I am Candiace Bassett because I was not in attendance for tonight's festivities, okay? Wasn't there. Wasn't in it. Whew. Better known as Goonicorn. Okay, y'all, I am incensed. Pissed, okay? And I'm trying to quell my emotions at this point because these hoes got me fucked up, okay? Y'all got my girl 4 degrees fucked up, okay? I never thought there would come a day where I'm really like full force, like saying fuck Robyn. But bitch, fuck Robyn, okay? We're just gonna start there. But before we get into it, let's make sure that we take care of some business, okay? Because we a boss, we CEOs around here. And we got shit to do. So make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and comment down below. Because if y'all feeling like me, y'all got some shit to get up off your chest. And I do. So we're going to try to go in order here. But really, the way my emotions is set up, I just want to skip to the end. But we ain't going to do that because we are professionals and we got a job to do. We got shit to do. So y'all sit down, y'all listen to this wherever you are. If you in your car, if you on the way to the babysitter, you and your girlfriends is riding out in a Honda going to go catch your baby daddy cheating. Listen to these words, okay? Because it's important. Let me make sure I'm actually recording because one thing about me, I know that I love to... Oh, shit. Am I recording? Ciao. Okay, she's recording. She's recording. All right, anyway. All right, so let's try to go in order. So the episode starts off with the continuation of last week's episode where Mia is talking to Peter about them coming to his restaurant. And he's saying how he got beef with Wendy. Now, when Peter said that, like, to me, it kind of just came off as like a flippant, like little facetious dig or whatever, just to be like, oh, me and Wendy got shit to talk about. But it's not like I got actual beef with this woman. Now, you know, knowing Patricia, that could very well be the case. That could be the case. But I'm just thinking logically, like, this man is not saying that he really beefing with this woman. He's saying that he got something to talk to Wendy about. And this nosy ass, duck lip ass bitch, I'm sorry, the bitches are flying tonight because these girls got me upset. I'll apologize later, okay? Anyway. So, they have that conversation. Cool. What happens next? So then we move over to the scene where Ashley, Robyn, and Gizelle are in Gizelle's room, and Ashley is talking about how she is, how Michael is becoming more difficult in their divorce, and she is confused as to why. You're getting a divorce? Like, did you think that this man was about to let you walk away with half of his money quietly? Like, you thought he was just gonna go quietly? No, bro, that's not how divorces work. I ain't never even been through a divorce, but I can tell you that divorces are nasty. Common sense would tell you divorces are nasty. See, we have been thinking that Ashley was a massive mastermind at this shit because her head is so big. We thought that she had brains in there, but it just turns out that she just is just all full of fucking mess. That's what's in her brain. Mess. Okay? So then Gizelle says how, you know, she loves her room. She gets to see the nice view. She gets to walk out to the pool, but she got to sleep on the shit all night. And that's exactly what your messy punk ass get. You got to sleep on the shit all night. That's what you get. You deserve to have one of them pipes burst and shit just flood your mouth because that's all that's usually in there anyway. Just bullshit always just coming out your mouth. But you deserve to wake up to a whole heaping of shit. That's what you deserve, okay? So then we move on from there, and where we go? Okay, we go to Cherisse. Cherisse is still looking for a hotel. Mrs. Ex-wife of the black belt. No, wait, or is that Karen? That was Karen. I don't know. Cherisse is the girl who was purported to have all the money in the beginning of this franchise. So, yeah, whatever. She is like, girl, I'm not sleeping in this house without a bathroom attached to my room. Honestly, I get it. I'm one of those people where, like, I don't care where I sleep necessarily. Like, I'll share a bed. I'll share all of this and that and the third. I would always prefer to have my own bathroom, especially if I'm rooming with women. Like, women are some of the just, it just seems like shit is always falling off of them. It's always a lash over here, a glue over there, a nail over here, hair every fucking where. You don't even know how hair got into your bag, but somehow when you leave, you got a whole wig that you could just put together and sell on eBay or some shit. Like, girls just always like just leaving shit. It's irritating. Don't like to share bathrooms with girls. But anyway, so I understand Cherisse having preferences on, you know, like that's one of her things. She wants to have her own bathroom. And she's also one of those women who don't like to fart and shit in other people's company. She wouldn't even do it in the presence of her own husband, the man who should have known her inside and out. So I could understand her, and I'm sure the sound of them farts be crazy. Yeah, Cherisse looked like she pack a mean fart, bitch. Have y'all ever seen that movie? It's called Robots. It's a Disney movie, a cartoon. They had this granny on there. One of the granny robots, her name was Fanny. I think she was a granny or she was an auntie, one of them. And they all lived in one house. All of them just crowded in there like, let me not say that. But they was all just crowded in one little apartment. And this lady had farted something crazy. I promise you, that scene is that is one of the funniest scenes. I'm childish as hell, y'all. That was one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen on a cartoon movie. That bitch farted so hard, so ferociously, it shook up the whole house. It was like, Fanny. Okay. I know that farts be stinking, bitch. Anyway, moving on. So where we go after that? So then we move on to the scene where Wendy and Karen are having a conversation on the couch. Karen explains to Wendy why she ain't fucking with Cherisse. And Karen is reluctant to say it, and I don't know why, because now you're allowing the cameras to paint the narrative that you are salty because this lady exposed that you had a boyfriend in the past, and it's kind of making it seem like you really don't want to talk about it because there's some validity to it. That's what it is almost reading off as, because it's like, you know, you've been on this show for 7 seasons now, so you understand how editing works. I'm sure in your mind, as you're having these conversations with the girls, you could almost picture exactly what production is going to do. Oh, me and Cherisse got to be grind trying to talk about it. Roll the bean footage. She has a boyfriend named Blue Eyes with that nasty cut bob that Miss Cherisse had on. I said, okay, work, Cherisse. Anyway, so now we come back to them, and she's saying how she doesn't fuck with Cherisse. They haven't talked in 5 years. It is what it is. She ain't really checking for Cherisse. Got it. Cool. So then we move on to the scene where Jacqueline and Mia are in the room, and Jacqueline just don't seem to have nothing. It's like, girl, you don't got a toothbrush? Y'all sharing toothbrushes? And I'm hoping it was like to slick your edges down, but I do believe that she had a press. So you ain't slicking no edges down when you got a press, I think. What's going on, sugar? Like, why you ain't got no stuff? Why you ain't got no utilities? You ain't got no toothbrush, you don't got deodorant, you ain't got panties, you ain't got tampons. What's going on over there in the Jacqueline household? See, now this is where the cameras need to be. Instead of spending all this time with Mia and G's ass doing nothing, we could be over there in Jacqueline's house discovering why this lady ain't got no goddamn toothbrush and she got to borrow Mia's toothbrush. It is like, girl, yeah, go to CVS. Like, what's wrong with you? You know? Then we move to the scene where Ashley is outside doing TikTok. Wish she would stop. And then Gizelle comes outside, and I think it's Gizelle, Ashley, and Cherisse. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on none of that. But and Mia also comes outside, and she says how Peter got some beef with Wendy, and Gizelle says apparently Gizelle got the whole 411 on Wendy and this whole business that she was supposed to be starting with Peter. So apparently Peter is told Gizelle that she ain't got. I don't know. That was a very confusing scene to me. But what I will say, it is very odd to me that these women are trying to act like Wendy ain't got no money. It's like Wendy comes from a 2-income household. The lady got 4 degrees and she got about 50 jobs. Wendy ain't hurting for no money. She's not hurting for no money. So does she want to give her money to Peter? Probably not. Yeah, he got 1 bar up and running. Cool. I don't know how many that man got. He could be really successful, but that was not the journey on the Real Housewives of Atlanta that we saw. I'm just saying, he could have things going on. He could have gotten it fixed. I don't know. But anyway, so that happens. And then I'm just really confused about them trying to make it seem like Wendy ain't got no money. It's like, if Wendy ain't got no money, nobody got no money, bitch. Nobody got no money. We all out here starving. So, okay. All right, so now we go to the car ride, and Mia says some shit. Her and Jacqueline, they're like, oh, we love Cherisse. She's so sweet. And oh, Cherisse just eating her vagina right there. And Karen is quiet because she's like, girl, don't fuck with her like that. Y'all might like her, cool. I ain't gonna take y'all's experience of her, whatever. But then she does say something about Cherisse that seems to influence Mia's response to Cherisse. Because it's like, just 2 seconds ago, you were saying how sweet she is and how da-da-da-da-da she is. And then now she's putting on airs and she's this big, oh, my accommodations, darling. And I need, and I need my things, girl, the drama and all of that. And it's like, I said this last week, Mia really lacks self-awareness because you are the same woman who came on last season talking about rule number 1 to be a boss ass bitch. Like, every word out of your mouth, I'm a boss, I'm a CEO, I'm a boss, I'm a CEO, I son hoes, bitch, I own things, you girls rent, I got the coins, you girls are poor, you can't fuck with me. That was you. That's how you came in last season, right? And you are still that way this way. Like, you are the same woman who showed up to Candiace's music video and was upset because your accommodations were not met. They didn't live up to your standards because somebody didn't come and greet you at the goddamn set. And it's like, you don't understand how you have a little Cherisse in you too? Like, okay. So she's dramatic, but then what are you? She's dramatic and she's theatrical, but you are a real actress because you really, girl, you ain't even got access to your bank account right now. God don't like ugly. He don't. God don't like ugly. Okay, so we move on from there, and then we get to bar 1. What I will say is that I wish they would have did a better job at showcasing the entire restaurant. But I mean, I guess they did enough for Peter. Like, girl, we gonna advertise your little business. We here, we at bar 1. We see Peter's patio out there. Ciao. So then we get there. The girls are having light conversation. Peter shows up. He's like, what's up, Wendy? Let me holler at you after we go. Wendy's like, okay, cool. He goes around, gives hugs and kisses to all the girls. They say, bye, Patty, bruh. And then he goes. So then, now they're ordering drinks. I do find it quite hilarious that Ashley gave up drinking at the beginning of this season, and every episode since, Mama has had a glass of wine, a champagne. We ain't seen her with a Corona though, so we gonna give her props for improvement, I guess. So now the conversation about Chris grabbing ass happens because Ashley is like, okay, Who said that I said that Chris grabbed somebody's ass? Because now y'all about to do too much. Candiace about to come over here with her chip on her shoulder, and I ain't got time. And it's just also funny to me that Ashley keeps saying that Candiace has a chip on her shoulder. No, bitch, she don't like you lying on her husband. There's a difference. Like, there's a difference between you fucking blatantly lying on her husband, you and them two green-eyed, light-skinned bitches lying on her fucking husband, and her telling you that your husband is grabbing ass for real, and he's out here sucking dick for real. Now, that's allegedly, because I don't really know. But, so there's a difference. And you talking about you're holding up a mirror to her face. No, you're not, baby. You're holding up a picture of you. It's you, girl. It's you. It's not her. It's you. This is a picture of Ashley. I have one photo in my hands. And Ashley, it's you. Like, it's you, girl. It's not a mirror. That's you. This is you. Your man is grabbing ass. Your man. Not hers. She don't want her man affiliated with grabbing ass because he ain't grabbing ass. He grabbing her little cute petite ass. And Mia, we caught that shade too, with you talking about Candiace got a little butt, so maybe he was trying to see what something big feel like. Nah, bitch, if anybody wanted to touch on anything big, they'd probably run their fingers through your gnarled ass feet. Girl, quit playing. I don't like Mia. I don't like that big old monster foot having asshole. I don't like her. I'm just playing, y'all. Like, I don't not like none of these people in real life. I don't really know y'all. Y'all could be lovely people. Y'all could be lovely. I don't know. But based on this show, I don't like you. Okay? So, they end up, I guess, well, Ashley dispels that rumor. Like, girl, like, let's calm down. I didn't say all of that. Like, I don't need Candiace pulling more skeletons out of the closet about Michael. Just shut up with the grabbing ass thing. That didn't happen. I didn't say that. But you see how the rumor mill gets started with these girls. She say that Chris like leaned up against the bar to holler at her friend, and these girls hear that he grabbed her ass and fingered her pussy and tried to impregnate her right there on the bar, and took her out to Paris and wined and dined her and took her to Louis Vuitton and then brought her back, and then they adopted 6 orphans, and now they gotta find shelter for these orphans. Now they struggling little family in Nicaragua somewhere, and they out here begging for change, and then he came back to Candiace and gave her an STD. See, that's what y'all heard. And it's like, how did we get there when I just said the man leaned on the bar and was trying to holler at my homegirl? Like, if that was true, that story right there is enough. We don't need all of that. We don't need this Tyler Perry ass scenario that y'all done came up with. Leave that man alone. Okay. Now, the scene between Wendy, Cherisse, and Karen, is it me or did that editing seem real choppy? It was a real chopped and screwed, Houston style. Like, it just seemed like it came out of nowhere, Wendy's response to Cherisse. Like, her trying to put it, because it did seem like a little bit of a deflection. Like, oh, you coming at me. And then when she said, you got all of this smoke for me, but you don't got enough for Karen, the woman that you actually got beef with, it was like, where did that even really come from? It just felt out of place, but whatever. So then that happens or whatever, and then Karen and Cherisse are having their back and forth, and then Wendy pulls Mia in it and says, girl, you just said that she was being theatrical in the car. Like, don't change your tone now. And so now this incites the little beef between Mia and Wendy. So Mia's like, Wendy. And then she like explains herself, and then Robyn comes in on the side, like, don't let her mince your words, or what she say, twist your words. She was like, don't let her twist your words. She didn't twist her words. She said exactly what she said. But it just seems like it doesn't matter what anyone does. It doesn't matter how it is played out in front of Robyn's face. She don't see it from Wendy, and at no cost will she be there on Wendy's side. At no cost. So Mia explains herself to Cherisse. Everybody laughs. She calms it down, which was cool. Like, she made a joke out of the whole thing. That was a great way to slide out of accountability there. We like that. Okay. I don't know what happened immediately right after this, but I will say I'm about to just jump to the meat and potatoes of this situation. So Mia is desperately trying to figure out Ashley says to Mia, like, I thought you said Peter got a problem with Wendy. He came over here being all nice to everybody. What happened? And she was like, he's a joker. He's a joke. No, bitch, you're a joke. Anyway, so she then was like, okay, well, bitch, I'm about to find out what the real tea is. So she goes over there. She walks her big monster ass feet over there to him. Probably done put cracks in these people pavement. Peter out here scamming all of these people and underpaying his workers and having sex with these girls so they're working his establishment. He don't need you coming over here breaking up his nice floors with your big ass feet. Anyway, so she walks over to Peter. Her and Peter have a conversation. And Peter tells her why he is a little upset with Wendy, which I do think that, like, just as a businessman, why are you even talking to this girl about your business dealings to her? Like, why are you talking about that with her? That's none of her business. Like, whether Wendy doesn't want to go through with it or not, like, she didn't sign a contract. Okay, nigga, move on. Like, you got other business ventures. Like, Wendy is not the end all be all for you. It's not that deep. So if you want to work with the girl, cool. But, like, I just think, like, as a businessman, that's a little unprofessional for you to be spreading her business around to a bitch that she don't even like, you know? So Mia then comes staggering back and she sits down, and then she lets Wendy know why Peter is upset with her. She's like, oh, wait, Peter's upset with me? Okay, for what? She was like, he's upset because you flew to Miami and you didn't speak to him. Who the fuck is Peter? Bitch, I ain't gotta, that is not my man. I don't gotta speak to him. And let's just go with that it is the professional thing to do for Wendy to speak to the man that she wants to work with. Obviously, that's not far-fetched to think. You know, like, when you come to my restaurant, you know, you could text me, you give me a little what's up or whatever. Cool. Why do you care? Why is it any business of yours who Wendy speaks to? Because that's family. Look, girl, you keep projecting your orphan issues onto everybody else. I don't give a fuck if that's family or not. That is none of your business, okay? And you keep taking in these people, calling them family or whatever. Like, girl, now you out here fighting girls for this man. Like, it's not that deep. So anyway, so Wendy is like, girl, I don't give a fuck about what Peter thought I should have done. I don't check in with no man. I check in with my husband. That's who I check in with. Like, it's not that deep over here. Like, if Peter want to speak, we can speak. You know, it's not that deep. So, which still, even if Peter would have appreciated a simple conversation or a simple, hey, I'm in your city text from Wendy, that could have been a simple conversation with them two. Why did you feel the need to bring your hostile energy over to this woman about the situation? And then so what happens is that these two women start to get into a little back and forth, and Wendy says, me and my husband don't get down like that. Like, that's not how we roll. And I took that to mean that we not checking in with other people when we get to other states. We check in with each other. That's not how me and my husband roll. If that's how you and your husband roll, cool, for you and G. This is what I do. I don't need you checking me and telling me how to do anything. And then this girl gets her water goblet and chucks it at Wendy. And everybody is like, whoa. Karen scoots back. And Wendy, the restraint of Hercules, the woman is a lot stronger than I could ever be. Because when I tell you, I would have dove across that table on Mia's ass. Like, it could have never. The way that I would have handled this situation would have made me lose all relationships with John Hopkins, all relationship with CNN, all relationship with the general public, because I'm going to be in jail for murder. I'm about to wreck this bitch. So she a lot better than me. She got a lot more strength than I could ever have. But all right, so that happens. Boom. Now they going backwards and forwards. And now Wendy is angry, rightfully so, and says, bitch, you and your man sleeping with women, sleeping with men, da-da-da-da-da. I don't think that was necessary. I don't think you and your husband sleeping with men part was like necessary, I guess, whatever. And it was something that she said out of anger, but it's like, for what? You know, we didn't really need that, but I get it. Honestly, anything she says or does in this moment is excusable to me. Unless we lean too far over to homophobia. We not doing that, Wendy. But I do think that everything she's justified in any reaction, anything that she decided to do. And the fact that she decided not to dive across that table on that girl just really shows her character. That woman really, really cares about her professional life and her professional image. Kudos to her, because I can't have that much care about nothing in this world. I would have diced that hoe. Anyway, girl. This ain't about me. These Real Housewives of Potomac. This is not me, okay? This is not me. So now they going back and forth or whatever. And Robyn, fuck Robyn. Let's just get that off straight up. Fuck Robyn. I have been holding back for a few episodes now. Robyn has really been showing her motherfucking ass, but today that lady really, and I think it is an easy thing to be like colorism, right? I think it's an easy thing to say colorism, which I agree. I think it's easy to say colorism. I think when you do a little bit of nuance here, nuance thinking, Robyn has a lot of issues with Wendy, or she has one issue with Wendy that she has just not gotten over, and it is seeping out of her pores. And we are now really getting a glimpse at how Robyn really deals with insecurity. Because what I do think that Wendy does to Robyn is she pokes at her insecurities. I do not feel that Robyn really thinks that she is the most articulate or she is the smartest person in the room. And then you have somebody like Wendy, who is literally paid to speak and is probably the smartest person at that table. And I think that pokes at her insecurities. So if you notice, every time that she gets into it with Wendy, or she inserts herself into Wendy's drama, she's always talking about how Wendy is right. Congrats to Wendy. She's right again. She's smarter than everybody. And yada, yada, yada. And yeah, she is smarter than you, stupid. But, so Robyn is sitting there like, you're antagonizing her. You're antagonizing her. You're antagonizing her. How is she antagonizing her after she just got water thrown at her? And again, I have to say that I have so much respect for Wendy in this moment, because I would have beat the shit out of Robyn. Robyn, shut your ass the fuck up. Like, you want me to fight this bitch. What you would like to do is to put Mia and Wendy in the same bracket now because they both display violent behavior. No, she did over there. I controlled myself. I restrained myself, but I can still speak back to her because this bitch just threw some water at me. I don't have to sit here and now be quiet. She should be quiet. Fuck her. Fuck you. Like, why are you talking to this girl, Robyn? You don't like her. Okay, cool. We got it. You don't like the girl. You ain't got to like her. But the level in which you are willing to go with her, it just like, she just cannot do any right in your eyes. And it is just really strange behavior that you really need to go to therapy for or something, girl. Like, it's real strange over there. So they going back and forth or whatever. The security guard hauls off and takes Mia away. Mia and Jacqueline, they have a conversation. Mia staggers back. And now they get into it again because Wendy is rightfully hot. She is rightfully upset. Every emotion that she felt at that moment was right. She was talking about, oh, but you a CEO, you a boss, you are a woman empowerment. How are you about any of these things? And you are throwing drinks at me. Pulling her fucking car. So now Mia gets up, they get back up, and they get into it again or whatever. And a few times Wendy did jump back on her. She was like, I'll let you slide with that water shit, but try it again, bitch. You getting beat the fuck up, fucking your ass up. Rightfully so. Mia gets up, and now Wendy, Wendy, here's why I got an issue with you, right? When that lady chucked her clutch at you, that was your moment to get the fuck up and Sonic Hedgehog knock rings out that bitch. It was your time to Hadouken. It was your time to Kamehameha this hoe. It was your time to WWE SmackDown. It was your time to fucking enough this bitch. It was your time to Creed that hoe. It was your time to Mortal Kombat this bitch. And you sat there. Lady, I got a problem with that. I'm sorry. I got a problem with people who don't defend themselves for real. Like, at that point, now she is really, really trying to, like, physically assault you. Now, like, girl. All right. Okay. So now security pulls her away. And Robyn is still digging at Wendy. You're antagonizing her. You're antagonizing her. You're antagonizing her. She's like, I'm antagonizing her, but she just threw a water at me. How would you feel if I did that to you? And Robyn's like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. Robyn wants a problem with she really want to fight Wendy for real. If I was Wendy, because Wendy really don't want to fight for real. If I was Wendy, I would just leave Robyn alone because Robyn she is kind of like Monique in season 5 where Monique was looking for any reason to beat on Lil Candiace. Robyn is looking for a reason to drag Wendy. So Wendy, if you don't want to fight for real, I would just stop talking to Robyn. In which, I have to commend you on your level of patience with Robyn because she has been trying to get you, trying her best, and failing at every attempt. So now Mia is on the phone with G. Now she's crying for whatever reason. Like, why are you crying? You are not... Okay, now she's crying. She's doing her light skin tears, and all of the light skin girls. It is like a calling to those light skin girls. Oh, light skin tears. Let me go run. Let me go see what's going on. Let me go see. Now they all over there like corralling this lady like she was assaulted, and they are all talking to her like she did nothing wrong. It is crazy to me. Like, even if y'all like don't like Wendy or whatever, like. Y'all could have been like, girl, you was ODing with that. Like, you know, I don't like that bitch either, but yeah, you was ODing. Like, you didn't need to do all of that. And y'all sitting over there talking about Wendy like Wendy did anything but, like, verbally defend herself. So then, now they come back. Gizelle is sitting there and basically trying to defend Mia. And Wendy gets up. She's like, you know, I had about enough of this shit. Like, I'm not sitting here with Mia empathizers. Like, this lady physically assaulted me, and like, y'all want to sit here and y'all defending that shit. But when Monique did it to Candiace, y'all had an issue with it. So now so now y'all hypocrites. Now y'all hypocrites. Okay, cool. Got to go. So then Mia leaves. Gizelle, y'all showing your slip. Robyn, you're showing your slip. All of y'all are showing your fucking slip. Because when Monique did that shit to Candiace, which we already knew this. And which this is why I wish Candiace would have had her peepers open back in season 5 too. That these girls, y'all just didn't like Monique. So now y'all got a reason to push her off the show. Y'all got a reason to say she's violent. Y'all got a reason to act scared of her now. And if Gizelle doesn't come with a big 6-foot ass security guard in a Mini Cooper next week, I know something up. Because the way that Miss Mia is unhinged and just like, it was uncalled for. It was unwarranted. You throwing drinks for what? For what? So I expect the same kind of, I 100% believe that we're not going to get the same result that we got with Monique. But I would expect security guards to be called next week. if we truly are scared and we truly don't like the image that we are putting out for black women on TV, right? Because that was the kind of card that y'all was trying to pull with Monique. Like, now y'all put the whole plight of black women on her shoulders. Y'all made her representation for all black women on reality TV and across the nation. Y'all made her the representation for that. Now, we're going to see if y'all have the same energy for Mia next week. I doubt it. I doubt it. But y'all, that's all I got to say on this episode. I'm actually happy that I got to release all of this emotion because honestly, while sitting there watching it, I was hyped. I wanted to jump through that screen and Hadouken a hoe. Like, whew. Okay. Anyway, so that is this week's episode. I will see y'all next week. I'm hot in this hot ass sweater. I'm about to go to a Friendsgiving, and that I'm very late for. So yeah, ciao. I will talk to y'all next week. Toodles.